I don't know, man. I don't know. Really trying to close the gap between my inner and my outer by just saying everything that comes through my head as it comes. No censoring, no inner thoughts that I keep to myself. Just complete exposure, complete improvisation. No time to hesitate. This is how I'll find out who I really am. Because I still don't know. And I know less and less as the decades pass. This is season 2 of How Do You Paint? How do you painters? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy being the operative word. This is a season about my teenagehood, my boy crazedness that went awry. About that and many other things. Maybe not even about that, because that's my idea of what we're gonna do, but what we're actually gonna do, time will tell. So my solution to demons, the demons have come. They're here. They are here. What was I gonna say? Oh, let me not get too crazy right off the bat. Just gonna try to have a nice range. The solution to not having a pocket. For those of you who are part of season 1 of How Do You Paint, you know I had a different dress and I had a pocket, and for the zebra, the pocket zebra, and I have a corsage now. Stripey is part of the corsage because I'm wearing a different dress. Okay, so welcome back from the pre-show game to episode 1. It is beginning, and let's just get right into it. As you know, or maybe you don't, we're gonna paint over this unicorn experiment. Listen, man, I have been shooting in the dark for 4 years now, trying to find a way of painting that can contain my being. I have not found it. The paintings that you know me for, or don't, the paintings that I've been doing, like showing in galleries and stuff, those are like a fucking sliver of what I am. And not even maybe the best, not even the truest sliver. It's agony. I don't even like painting. I don't. It doesn't give me that feeling of completeness or wholeness that it has at some various times in my life. It has become for me just kind of a forcing of my being into comprehensible forms so that I can be in relationship to the world. But it's false, because the forms that I am making, i.e. the paintings I'm making, they feel like coverings more than revelations of myself. I know, it's tragic, isn't it? God, what was that? Oh, look, in fact, can I just read you a quote from a Russian poet who ended up killing herself? That's not foreshadowing. It's not a threat. It's not a cry for help. Let me move this milk crate. Marina Tsvet. Okay, how do you say TSV? Tsveteva. Marina Tsveteva. Marina Tsveteva wrote poetry, and this is what she said, and this is what I feel. This is what I feel too. You all have art. You all have art. Social issues, friendships, diversions, families, duty, while I, in the depth, have nothing. It all falls off like skin, and under the skin, there is living flesh or fire. I'm psyche, I do not fit into any form, not even the simplest form of my poems. So, I tell you what, when I come into the studio to try to paint, if I have a show, I'll just make the paintings that I've planned out for the show, and I'm in a factory making paintings, and that's fine. But incredibly boring. Sorry for people who had a different idea about what it's like for me, because I know my paintings look really fun, but I'm good at pretending like I'm having fun when I'm not. But yeah, when I try to paint in a more intuitive way, oh, can I tell you one more quote? Okay, this is a long intro, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm doing exactly what I want to do. Exactly. And I'm not second guessing or questioning any of it. I have this other problem. Here's Philip Guston. Oh, how I hate the calculation, the reasoning of the eye and mind. I do too. I hate the composing, the designing of spaces to make things fit. What, after all, does it satisfy? It robs and steals from the image that the spirit so desperately desires. So when I try to find the image that the spirit so desperately desires, there's nothing there. It's a horror to behold, the nothingness that comes when I stop composing. I have ideas about what is going on here and why this is. I think that I was hollowed out. I hollowed out my being. My body was hollowed out of my being early on, and probably incrementally. And if anything can happen, we're opening a portal. We are opening a portal again, as we did with season 1, to bring my spirit back into my actual form through the act of painting and performing this show. Maybe my spirit can be called back into my body after it was cast out. Look, I said cast out. You know what cast out is? I was in a body cast as an infant. Like from here to here. Anyway, I know that you're here for the painting. We are going to do an idea painting. And the idea painting is, this is Philip Guston's cursed forms, pre-planned forms. But since that's all I have, and since I am just an object, that is what I got to work with. And maybe the cursed forms, pre-planned cursed forms that robs the spirit from the image that it wants to see, maybe in starting with the cursed form, the spirit can re-enter. Addressing these traumas of dissociation from my bodily form, okay? I need to remember to look in the camera more and not just be in my own, fog. I hate every fucking painting in here right now, too. I look at them, I look at the paintings, and I just feel hatred. Except for, actually, maybe we should just look at the stuff that feels alive to me, because there's very few things in here that feel alive to me. And maybe if we look at them, this is where my spirit might be. In the way that Chorizo's head is painted. This is oil paint. I really love this surface. I really love this drawing. I like this unicorn. I like this painting. I like this one has my spirit in it. The juxtaposition of the things. That's oil paint too. The other thing that I love, or that I feel myself in a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else. See this raised glitter word, disgusting? I feel my spirit there. My spirit is there, and I feel my spirit here in this flat blue, pink, blue bird. Where else do I feel my spirit? A little bit in here. I really like this just kind of anti-painting, anti-beauty kind of shit, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So my spirit is there. In this painting, my spirit is nowhere. This is an accursed form. Is that what he called it? Accursed? Or maybe that's the other quote. We can, hold on. Oh no, it's not accursed. Oh, you know who accursed is? Final quote. If there is still one hellish, truly accursed thing in our time, it is our artistic dallying with forms, instead of being like victims burnt at the stake, signaling through the flames. Artaud, Antonin Artaud. This is the accursed thing, these forms. So can I make this painting as a signal through the flames? Where do we begin? I'm going to begin in a different way than I've begun before. I'm going to begin with chaos rather than planning, okay? This is total improv right now. Let me find my instinctual, what's left of my instinctual being. There's rage. There's a lot of rage there. My instinctual being has a lot of rage. Okay. Oh boy. That's gonna be a problem because I'm gonna need those. 1 sec. Ah! Do I remind you of the witch in Hansel and Gretel? Do I remind you of Sylvia Plath? Ah! Fuck! You know, this is when it just fucking life is against you. My instinctual being was like, red paint. And I look up there and I don't have any red paint. I have some, well, I have this. My movements of my arms are slightly hindered in this dress. If you haven't noticed, I'm wearing a new dress this season, and it's really 80s prom inspired. Actually, not even inspired. That's what it's from. I didn't wear this to my prom. I wore different dresses. I don't have them anymore. But this is, because we're going to go back to my teenage years. We're going back to the 1980s. And so that's what the outfit is all about. All right. Hey, okay, one more quote. Look, this is me in the studio the other day, okay? This is me in the studio the other day. I was like trying to get like containment on the horrible feelings I was having. So I like start writing it down. You know, you write in your journal, write your feelings down. Fuck this, help me, I hate this, I can't do it, I can't focus, it's all bullshit, it's all fake. I don't want to, I can't, I'm not interested in any of it. The only reason to, and then my pen ran out. Right when I was like, the only reason to, and the fucking pen ran out. Fuck! I'm sorry, I know this is intense for you, but it's worse for me. All right, so let's just get going with now. This is what I'm doing right now is not just blind flinging of paint, okay? Don't make no mistake. Make no mistake. Freedom or like, you know, expression, like intense expression is not just like unhinged, uncontained flailing. I am engaged with this, what's happening on this canvas. It's focused. I'm seeing what just went down, okay? And then I'm gonna respond to it. I'm trying to feel what my body wants to do. Just do that. Not do what my fucking stupid eyes and mind want to do. I hate, ugh. We're off to a really intense start to how do you paint. Actually, you know what? Let me not even say what it is. Might just be histrionic mugging. Someone on my last season wrote on the comments, I hate this mugging histrionic. which I actually adore. I hate it too. I actually have a little more red here. This is matte oil. This is matte acrylic. I thought I was gonna do something with matte acrylic. You know when you buy art supplies and you're like, yeah, this is the ticket, and then it's not. You just have more art supplies. Some people actually like painting and enjoy painting and get a lot out of it and really feel connected. This show is not for you. I think I'm gonna be sitting in the middle of the painting on a stump with an axe in my hand. Oh, Red Sea. I just had Moses parting the Red Sea. Because I think I'm gonna have stacks of wood on either side. So that just made me think of the Red Sea parting. That was the way to freedom, wasn't it? From slavery. Yeah. What color do I want to put with the red? Black. Do I want to do black? Stop thinking. One question, one answer, move on. You're not really supposed to use pure black in painting. I don't know why. I do all the time. Black sky. Oh well, I hate all these paintings anyway. It's gonna actually get a lot. This part right now, like this is child's play. What's happening right now? This is not serious art making right now. I don't know why I said that. Is that what I mean? Kind of, yeah, because I'm not having to really grapple with many tensions right now. There's no tension right now. It's all just open, and so it's not that creative feeling when it's like that, you know? You need the flint to fucking strike against the thing. What's that? I have all these house paint colors available to begin spray paint. Let's go outside. What do you say? So my idea is this is going to be the sky. I'm watching what's happening as I'm doing this because I want to leave stuff that I like. Whoa, it's spraying on its own. Stop! Stop! What do I do? Stop, I say. It just won't stop. It's like the fucking... What's that show? What's that story? Oh. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'll be right back. really wants to express. Let me try to bring it back down to just more normal me and not so histrionic and mugging. I don't know why I go into that state. I think probably people can relate to me better when I'm not so extra. I'm just getting rid of the where the black paint is kind of not what I like. Where it's like just you can see the jar. Like I don't want those jar shapes to be there. I just want, and I don't want the splatters. Like I don't want it to look like, ew, I just splattered paint everywhere. It's not really what I'm going for. Oh, then there's all the red. That was the Red Sea. Yeah, I don't want the sky to have red in it. Sky, or just red sky at night, sailor's delight. Maybe we do want red in the sky. The other thing is I don't want to be composing the painting at this stage, you know? I don't want to be composing, I don't want to be working on the composition at this stage. Already I'm like, there's the sky. I wanted to stay more in chaos before that. All right, well, I just remembered an original intention. So let me go back inside. Maybe we go into a bit of red, pink. Yeah, I don't like, God, I'm afraid of red. It's just so, what is it? It's like, it's some sort of cheesy power color, you know? It seems sort of like power color of days gone by. Like some kind of abstract expressionist power color, or some kind of like new age therapy art power color. But I am liking just making these marks with my hand and my brush. I mean, think about chorizo. There's something chorizo, my unicorn up there, you know, like the way the little marks are on his head. I like something about that is like, what is that? It's sort of like needlepoint. There's something about just the repetitive touching. God, maybe it's like a masturbation thing. You think? It's just like rubby, rub. You just don't want to have any brush strokes that are autopilot brush strokes. You want them all to have chi in them. I do. How do you do that? By just not thinking when you're doing it. You just watch what's happening. Maybe I should get some, you know what I should probably do really soon, really early on, as a way to kind of do something different in the way I'm doing this painting, is get the, I'm just contradicting myself. Get the, I was going to say get the figure and all the drawing in, but see, I'm just, consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. Last thing I'm gonna do is cover the original, the unicorn that was there. And what color looks good with that red? Light purple. I am leaving behind traces of, you know what, since there's all these vertical marks here, how about we do horizontals? You know? Excuse me, dress. How about we do horizontal marks? And how about we do flat marks, like flat rather than brushy. And I'm just gonna cover the unicorn, not the other background, because I like that color. I also like this gold down at the bottom. What does that mean? That's your treasure hidden in the depths of the unconscious. That's the gold in the dragon's lair. You know that feeling that you used to have when you painted? Where it's not even about you like it or you don't like it, you're just following direction. Have you ever had that? I used to have that when I first started painting. It was a revelation to me because I had probably never in my life experienced like nervous system coherence, like just felt okay, like, oh, I can live. Live. Like I never had felt that in my entire life. It was constant, like, how do I live? How can I do it? What can I look forward to? Like I was completely addicted to Copenhagen nicotine when I was 12, and I went straight from, I'll tell you what, sucking your thumb is a gateway drug to any other oral fixation, like cigarettes. And so I went straight from sucking my thumb I was an addict, thumb addict, to nicotine addict. And I just switched addictions. And I remember thinking, I couldn't live without this. I could not live without having something to look forward to. Like I could not be. Oh no, I lost a flower off my corsage. It could not be. And what was I getting to about this? Oh, so when I first started painting, it was the first time in my life where I felt like, I mean, it may have been like some Jungian thing of like, maybe some Philip Guston thing of like bringing the image up from the depths of like, I saw my spirit. I was like, oh, I'm real, I exist, I can be here, I can live. And so I was like, well, I won't ever stop painting because it's my salvation. Imagine my chagrin, disappointment, when that all fucking went away. But I would have the experience when painting of, not making any decisions, just following an inner voice that was almost audible. It was almost like an auditory thing. It was like pre-language. It was like almost words. It was a stream of consciousness right here at the base of my skull. And it was distinctly feminine. And I just would start painting and then I would just do what it said. And then I would like come out of it and be like, whoa, where was I? That's a little weird. Like it was a little disconcerting, but it was also very healing. And then as soon as I was like, okay, I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna bring these paintings to the world to represent me. She went away. She was like, oh no, you don't. You won't sell me out the way you sold yourself out when you were 14. She was like, you will not pimp me out the way you pimped yourself out when you were 14. Am I pimping myself out right now? Am I still doing it? Is the show just repetition compulsion, re-traumatizing myself? All right, so where are we at here? I mean, look, like, it's just not enough for me. You know, like I like these sort of initial starts I do. Like, what if I never went figurative with this? What if I just kept developing the abstraction and called it, homewrecker? God, okay, so I'm discovering something right now that I have some, like, I feel like I have to make images to have my painting mean anything or have any, I mean, that's dumb, obviously, like abstract art is a thing. I'm gonna make grass. If you were here last season, the grassy knoll, one of those moments where you just know what you're gonna be doing for the next 3 hours and you can just throw a podcast on the record player and go to town, not have to grapple with any concerns, decisions. Don't have to make any decisions. This paint's rotten. Whew! You ever smell rotten paint? It's not nice. Oh, this is cool how the green kind of pops when you go onto the purple. So, the illustration aspect of my work, I feel like my work is getting more illustrative. My big narrative paintings, as my technical ability to like draw and paint and render forms, it gets better. And I feel, and I have like completely mixed feelings about it. Like I hate it, yet I feel like I need to do it. Well, maybe I get to have both, right? That's the other thing. Maybe I just get to have both in one painting. We will be trying to follow as closely as possible to my unintegrated, fractured psyche. That's the form that I would take, is a form of fracture, fragment. Okay, well, oh God. Oh, good Lord. Sorry, I just had a sudden fucking collapse of my chi. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, a circuit just broke. I just went into shutdown because this was too much. Oh, awkward ending. Here we go again. What can we do with this? What can we do? What can we do? I need a closing ritual for the show. This is what I want to say. Thank you, How Do You Painters, for being here with me for another season. I'm so sorry it takes me so long. I'm so inconsistent. Maybe you understand that I have episodes very frequently where I am completely out of commission for like a week at least at a time, often longer. I go through underworld journeys a lot. And I mean, some people call this like bipolar or recurrent depression. No, I am going on underworld journeys, okay? And so it's very hard for me to fucking be consistent with anything. I try as hard as I can, but sometimes it's just like, I cannot do it. So that's why it's so sporadic. On another note, Patreon. God, I have a Patreon, and I really have been great about being consistent on there, because when people are paying for something, I show up. And so if you want to get on my Patreon, seriously, $3 a month, and you get to see works in progress that no one else sees and comment on them. For $10 a month, you get to see inside my sketchbook all these secret things and drawings, and you get to see once a day for $10 a month. And then there's other tiers that you get all kinds of other things, including a one-on-one meeting with me once per month, looking at your art and your psyche and doing the magic on you. Yeah, if you've listened to the end, then you should definitely be on my Patreon. That's gonna be my closing ritual. Okay, I feel complete.